Hello, everyone. This is Sunny, and today I'm hosting Mr. Emmanuel. So basically, we met in our MBA business school in Paris. We pursued the same course. That's how we met. So he is a digital marketer in Paris. He works in a company, a tech company, and he has. How much experience do you have? Around
7 to 8 years of experience.
Wow, yeah, 7 to 8 years. That's a lot, Emmanuel. Yeah. So he has a lot of insights in the digital marketing space, and he's making some good kind of money though. But yeah, so today we're going to ask him a few questions and get to know him better and just to know the insights of what is going on in the digital marketing world. And he's also a crypto and AI enthusiast, so it would be great to have a chat with you, Emmanuel. Welcome to my channel, Emmanuel.
All right, thank you. I don't know about the making good money part because I don't think I'm being paid how much I'm supposed to be paid as it stands. So I really don't know what you're talking about. But then let's get it started.
That's quite
Um,
humble, That's quite humble of you. That's quite modest.
that's what we say. I started off. Actually, I've been a marketer all my life. When I finished my undergrad studies in the University of Ghana, um, I sort of went into banking. I went into banking actually as a marketer slash relationship manager. So what happens is it was not digital marketing, it was field marketing, right? So we had targets to meet, we getting clients for the bank, sale deals. So I started off with a pretty much marketing mindset, right, on the ground. I did that for more than 3 years actually. And then I thought it was time to leave banking and start my own business because I was tired of the mundane 9 to 5, go to work and those things. So in my undergrad studies, I did specialize in post-harvest technology in agric science, right? So I thought I should start a business in the agribusiness field where we actually manufactured and sold probiotic yogurt. And being a business owner, I thought it was time to do some marketing because that was my strength. So we started off doing the normal field marketing I learned in banking on the ground. But I realized that it was a bit more tedious. And then I discovered that we could sell things online. That's when I started gradually using Facebook, using Twitter to sell some of the products we had. And it began to dawn on me that, okay, this is great. I mean, it was actually lower cost and higher results for me in that regard. So I ran that company hands on for close to 5 years. But towards the end of that period, I realized once I was in banking, I heard of Bitcoin, and but I couldn't fully understand it. So when I started doing my own business, I had enough time on my hands because that's one advantage doing your own business gives you. It gives you time. So I could study Bitcoin and I started learning the technology behind Bitcoin, which was the blockchain technology. And I realized blockchain is more than cryptocurrency. So when you say crypto enthusiast, I'm not a crypto enthusiast. I'm a blockchain enthusiast. So from there, I met my co-founder who was based in Israel, Tel Aviv, in one of the community group, and then we created ICO watchlist. And then by virtue of having strong marketing background and he having a strong tech background, I anchored marketing as VP marketing, and then I went full into digital marketing from there on. And I relinquished my role as CEO for the agribusiness company I started. I handed it over to somebody else, and I went full into tech marketing from blockchain because I had this new company. So then we started off with, because we had very little resources when we started, what we mainly did for the first 3 months was SEO, right? So we regularly did content marketing, built, optimized the websites for SEO, and practically from zero marketing budget, nothing at all, we were able to carve a niche for ourselves, and then we're able to grow traffic from zero to over 300,000 monthly traffic in the space of 3 months with only SEO,
That's
right?
huge.
So what? Yeah. So by the time we got there, we became one of the leading ICO listing platforms in the world, not just in wherever in the world basically, because it was a new space, and we became one of the leading. And then we began to get enough money to begin to put into paid marketing, right? Into search engine marketing, into paid Facebook marketing, and all of those things. So that's how we started. And during that period, beyond just listing blockchain products, we're able to also provide marketing advisory to over 300 blockchain startups. Right. So it was for almost 3 years. That's what we did. And then after a while, usually the crypto market has downs and ups, right? So when the crypto market falls, it affects the whole blockchain industry and it affected the revenue we're making. And I thought, I mean, I've done digital marketing for a while, self-taught. Almost everything I did in digital marketing for years, almost 5 years, I've been self-taught, self-led. So I took time to just put a on what I knew because I had a first degree, I needed a second degree. So I thought, you know what, I always obsessed about French language. So why not do my master's in Paris? So that's why I decided to move to Paris to do my MBA, specialized in digital marketing strategy. So it was quite an insightful 1 year, even though it's not as if I learned anything new specifically, but it was nice to meet new people and also put a certificate or a degree on something I knew already. Right, that's why I did the MBA in digital marketing. And yeah, and when I was done with that, I had two thoughts: either to go back into blockchain tech marketing or try it in another field, which was AI marketing. So I thought, you know what, this is digital marketing. And another reason why digital marketing is one good aspect of tech is that unlike studying AI or just fintech, you are not stuck in one place. You can replicate digital marketing in various aspects of tech. So I was doing blockchain tech marketing. So I moved that experience into AI tech marketing. So to be able to see if the success I had in blockchain tech, I could replicate it in another field of tech, which I did. Right. So I did it successfully and was able to more or less 20x revenue in the first year of the company, and then we're able to, get consistent revenue as we go. So that has been my experience so far. But beyond just this tech marketing, I've done some consultancy work for people in real estate, in food space, talk marketing, real estate, fashion, food, and music actually. So I've done some digital marketing for some artists who have had international hit songs, right? So beyond tech marketing, we're able to replicate digital marketing. And that's the beauty of digital marketing. It does not limit you to just one industry. You can do it in various industries, right? So yeah.
Interesting experience. I mean, it's pretty good to
Uh,
have experiences from the different sectors of the industry, and of course, the strategies are different for different sectors. So
yeah.
if you execute those strategies, you have different insights. So it's
Yeah,
always
exactly.
pretty cool to working with a lot of clients. So yeah. All right. So let me dig. I mean, you probably answered my first two questions. What's your background? Why did you choose digital marketing? So let's hop on
I answered
to
that already. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, okay.
So let's hop on to my third questions. It's not about digital marketing. It's just about your perspective between a job and entrepreneurship. I mean,
How
would
would
you
you?
be preferring to start your own company again and go freelance, or what's your future goals basically?
For me, there's nothing better than doing your own business. That's the truth of the matter. Because in this lifetime, I started working for my undergrad years. I've done more than 10 years of professional work. And let's even talk about the monetary aspect. I've made more money doing my own business than I've ever made being an employee. I've probably made 10 times more. That's a fact. But being an entrepreneur is not easy. It takes readiness and fortitude because usually at the beginning it feels like you are going bankrupt, you have no money. But when you stick to it and then you get that sweet spot, you're able to make money. For instance, I told you I came to do my MBA in France. I paid all of those. I for 1 year I was not working. It was savings from what I had done for years. So I paid my school fees, paid expensive Paris rent in Levallois, Paris, which is one of the plush areas in Paris actually, because
And
it's
I
close to La
remember
Défense.
you used to stay in a studio, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and I was not working. It
yeah.
was
That's
savings
what.
from the money that I
And
made,
you are
right?
traveling
So
as well. You're traveling to different
yes,
places.
so
Barcelona, I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's been so. Personally, I believe that having control over your time is the best thing you can ever have because time is the most valuable asset. It's not even about money that they pay you. It's about the time. If you're able to maximize your time, you'll get more money than. That's my opinion. But then also, you need that experience from an employed job to use in your own company. If after school I had not been employed in a bank I just going to start up my own company, I probably wouldn't successfully run my companies the way I did. Because in the banking sector, I was able to learn what corporate governance was. I was able to learn what processes were. I was able to learn, okay, these are bureaucracies here and there, even with external organizations, right? Like, because sometimes working with clients, procedure to fill out a document, to open the bank account, and work with different departments. All of those things taught you, okay, this is how corporate structure is run. So you're able to use that same knowledge in your own company. So it's good to get some experience. It doesn't matter, maybe it doesn't have to be too long, but at least some experience that makes you say, okay, this is how businesses run. This is how you can get because by virtue of being in a bank, I knew companies could get a loan, get an overdraft, get some of these things to be able to run the company. So it gave you knowledge. Okay, this is how I can run my company, blah, 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 right? And also probably if you work as an employee in a startup, you're able to say, okay, this is how startups run. This is how they raise funding. This is how they look at the runway and all those kind of things. This is how hiring process is, right? So to be able to help you hire and get, this kind of things. So it's good to be employed at a point to get some knowledge. But ultimately, they say not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but I think it's a lie. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. Everybody. Without a doubt. If you really want to. It's a matter of being disciplined, being ready to know, okay, it's not going to be an easy road, right? And all of those
And
things.
it's a risk.
So,
It's a calculative risk, I would say, because
yeah,
I can't imagine myself working 9 to 5 all of my life. It,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in future, but if I work 9 to 5, what I've realized is, you just work to buy time.
yes,
You work the whole week, and then you buy the 2 days that you want, the
exactly,
weekend,
exactly.
and you just live on those 2 days, and
Yes,
then the
exactly.
cycle begins.
Actually, for instance, when I was an entrepreneur, I worked way more than I'm working now, but I was happier
Exactly, because
because
you're working for yourself.
yeah, because I could wake up at 5 a.m., 2 a.m., work. But I didn't really care how. No, I mean, I remember when we were building ICO watch list. When we were building ICO watch list, for 3 weeks straight, I didn't leave my house. We sat down building the platform, getting clients, getting traffic. For 3 weeks straight, I never left my house. But we built something. We built something. The first paying client we had paid $10,000 straight up. The
Wow.
first client we had paid $10,000 straight up. In the first 3 months, we made over 5 figures in the first 3 months. What did we do? Only SEO.
But
That's what it is.
why did you stop doing that?
I told you that crypto market is funny. Even though you're not doing crypto, it's blockchain, right? So when the crypto market falls, it affects every part of the industry, right?
True.
So there's no client as it used to. And when it comes, so it's a 4 year cycle with crypto because if you have to go into crypto for me to explain it to you, but that's where it was. So it was external market forces. It had nothing to do with us. It's things beyond your control.
All right,
Right? So
it,
during
it
that
affects
period,
all the sectors.
I took a break to do my MBA. That kind of thing. So that's what it is.
All right, let's move on to next question. So you've been in France for like 4 years now, right now, like me.
Yeah. Yes.
So, what would you suggest to the people who are willing to pursue digital marketing in France?
I mean, I wouldn't say digital marketing in France, let's say general. I'll say digital marketing in general. First of all, you should have a curious mind. Right? You should have a systematic way of thinking. You should actually even like the idea of digital marketing. Because for me, what excites me about digital marketing is the fact that I'm able to use algorithms of platforms to get to you and convince you to make a decision. That I'm able to like even without you knowing, whilst you're holding your phone, you see something and you make a decision. That for me excites me that I'm able to, because for instance, to date, right? When I went to my company first, yeah, I think the target basically for me was to sort of like get 5 leads a week or something, right? Or something like that. That was like 20 leads a month roughly. So right now we make over 60 leads a month, right? And to date, anytime I see a new lead falling, I get excited because what I did was able to convince somebody to fill out a form, click on the ad, read the website, fill out a form, and submit. And it will eventually probably become a paying client, right? So the whole idea, you should be excited about what you do. The whole idea of bringing in results, you should be excited about metrics, about data, right? You should be excited about being able to convince people to buy something even without talking to them, right? And you have a curious mind because the platforms change every now and then. So you should always be on top of issues to know, okay, Google algorithm has changed. There's a new distance. So you have to be current with technology, right? You have to know that okay, universal analytics is going off. You have GA4 now, which is no longer based on cookies because the whole world is going cookieless. Too many policies and regulations about cookie and third parties spying and all of those things. But you have to be on top of your game, right? You should know okay, what are the latest tools I can use to do this? What are the and ensure that okay, I'm getting more for lower spend, right? So always be on top of your game, learn new tricks, learn new ways to grow hard. I mean, learn new ways to okay, this is what I you should also be comfortable with technology in itself. Even though it is not full-time coding, you should be comfortable with some codes because you have to input pixels, you have to input some HTML, even building a website. You should have a developer's mind actually. Because as it stands, beyond some part of digital marketing is website development, right? And previously, before now, I used to mostly do my web development on WordPress and some amount of HTML. But now I do it on Webflow, which requires a bit more coding and all of those things, right? So you should also be willing to push yourself. I do some bit of Python, right? Because it's not because I need it to code, but I use it for sentiment analysis on social media to be able to pull in data, to be able to analyze what is going on. So you need some of these things. So you should have a curious mind and be ready to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So generally, not just within France, anywhere as you have it anywhere, right? So that's what it is.
All right, that was pretty good response from you regarding digital marketing in France. Yeah, so it was quite interesting your insights. So, what do you think the future of digital marketing is with all the AI tools coming into the picture? What it's going to be like? I mean, do you think people are going to lose their job in digital marketing, or
No.
what's the future of digital marketing with AI?
In fact, this gives more jobs in digital marketing for me, in the sense that you know that digital marketing platforms are becoming more complex, and you need more experts in those spaces to. So in fact, and it makes it more efficient. So once you know what you are doing, you're able to work with the AI to bring more efficient results, right? So you might the only part of digital marketing, and digital marketing is wide, right? There are different parts of it, right? So the only part that I think probably you're talking about AI might be content marketing, in terms of maybe ChatGPT being able to write articles for people, right? So that's probably what you're saying. But digital marketing, you yourself know, is way broader than content marketing,
True.
right? So there's even with content marketing, that you're using the content does not mean it's SEO compliant. And when ChatGPT actually writes content for you, from what I know, you get negative score from Google,
Mm.
right? So Google actually penalizes you. So in fact, content marketers still have a job because if somebody's going to rely greatly on content on A and ChatGPT to write their content for them, compared to what a human writes, that those websites written by humans will rank higher than what's ones written by AI.
True.
Right.
I
So
agree.
now more than ever, you need real content marketers for that. Now, Google keeps improving its algorithm and it's all through AI. And if you need a digital marketer to understand the new algorithm that is being put in place, you know how to work it. Right. For instance, in 2022, we had a lot of leads from LinkedIn in my current role. In 2023, we have fewer leads from LinkedIn because the algorithm has changed. So it's time for the digital marketer to be able to tweak things to understand how do I optimize this new LinkedIn algorithm to bring us as much leads as we did.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, we had almost equal number of leads from LinkedIn as we did in Google. This year, Google is killing it,
Okay.
right? So how do you do? So things change every now and then. And anybody who decides to put their digital marketing on autopilot will get chaff results.
All right. Yeah, you need to find your sweet spot, and then
Yeah, and you need even when you find a sweet spot, you need to keep optimizing
true.
because when you leave a platform for 2 weeks, it begins to take a mind of its own and it goes haywire and begins to track results. You need a digital marketer always put that algorithm in check. Wait,
So
no, I
so
don't want this. I want that. I want this. I want that.
so
So
what is
that's what
the
it is.
like the best period to do the optimization? Like you do like every 2 weeks, or do you leave it for a month and then optimize it? What's
No, you don't.
your take on it?
So for me, I check my metrics every day. Every day. So I check my Google Analytics, I check Google Ads, I check LinkedIn, I check SEO, as is Google Search Console. Check it every day to know what the trends are looking like, right? Because you could probably leave it for 3 days and then it begins to take a mind of its own and begins to do its own things and bring you some results you didn't ask for. When you just ask it to do phrase match or exact match, it begins to give you broad keywords, and then you know what that is. It means it's bringing a lot of leads that is costing you more money, and those leads are rubbish.
Yeah, true.
That kind of thing. So you always have to be on top of your game, right? You never know when probably and the thing is, you don't know when a competitor for certain keywords have changed change their strategy or bidding strategy, and then it goes to affect you, and you're not getting leads. So it has nothing to do with if you wait for a man. By the time you realize it's far gone, right? So you need to always be in your game, that kind of thing. So yeah. So there's no specific timeline, no, because at the end of the day, beyond you setting your own things, you are competing against other digital marketers.
True.
And whatever they do affects what results you get, right? So if they increase spending, if they reduce spending, if they change the bidding strategy for certain keywords, and probably that keywords brings higher value clients, they beat you to it.
True.
I take, for instance, currently, the bidding strategy I use in India is not the same thing I use in the USA, as a matter of fact, because the US clients spend more money for us, right? So that's what it is.
Agreed. Yeah.
So you cannot say. So it depends on what you see on your dashboard. That's why you must be in love with data to be a digital marketer. So you make your decisions based on data, not based on emotions at all. No, you look at the data and what the data is telling you. When you do your A/B testing, you might like a certain landing page better than the other, but when the A/B testing shows you data, you go with the data. It's not about what you feel. It's about the data you see, right? And data is an everyday thing. So yeah.
So I would like to end this video by asking you the last question, which is like, what piece of advice would you give who wants to change their career to digital marketing, or people who are just starting off? So what resources they should go on to, develop themselves, and what are the prerequisites for getting into digital marketing, and just how should they go about it?
I mean, I changed my career from banking to whatever it is I'm doing now. But I'd rather be an entrepreneur than be a digital marketer. But let's put it this way: it takes your it takes yourself. There's no high barrier to entry. It takes you being ready to use your internet to study, right? So go online, look for resources, read, go on YouTube. There's a lot of resources on YouTube. Read some journals like search engine journals. Follow them.
Follow Sunny Seth for digital marketing tips.
Sunny Seth for
You
digital
missed
marketing
that.
on YouTube. I mean, you can follow Neil Patel. You can. There are so many resources online, right? So be ready to learn all the time. Be ready to learn. Or as I told you, when we're building ICO watchlist, for instance, even though I've done digital marketing before, this was blockchain tech marketing, and so it was different. I sat down for 3 weeks straight in my house, beyond building the platform, studying at the same time, right? Moved nowhere. All I did was eat and sit down and behind my laptop. That was all I did. Take a little break and watch TV, come back to it. Before the end of the first month, so your first paying class was $10,000.
That's hustling.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hustle.
Right? And it got to a point where we're getting revenue every day. It wasn't about a week or a month, no, it was daily. Even if we don't get on this one, we don't get, probably get $500 or something. I'm saying
it's your sign to again jump onto entrepreneurship.
I've always been for most of my life, most of my working life, more than half or 70%, I've been an entrepreneur. So yeah. So
that was pretty cool insights from you, Emmanuel. You have been living in France, making it big, working in tech marketing, and also you have that entrepreneur spirit still alive, and that's what matters today, because working and stuff, having a job is cool for a certain period of time, but you always try to escape those matrix and try to open something on your own. So that's what I'm trying to do at this moment as well, because I believe, of course, you can pay your bills from your job and stuff, but I think you can't get rich.
No, you cannot. unless you work in certain places like probably maybe
Google or something
a
like that.
KPMG at a high position
Yeah,
at Google,
yeah.
there's this other McKinsey as a partner,
McKinsey, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because because
Uh,
I was working with this agency, all right, and I was working with this guy who is the employee of that agency, all right, and I mean, we discussed about like how much he would get and stuff like that, and I saw the bill of what they are quoting to the client. It's pretty huge, and
yeah.
he's getting like, I don't know, I mean, it was not pretty impressive, and I was like, wow, this company is making way too much money. And from there, I my whole mindset changed, and it's like we need to start something of our own.
Yes, basically, I mean, at the end of the day, and the good thing about digital marketing is that it's one of the easiest fields to be able to start your own thing,
Exactly.
right?
And it is
Because I
something
mean,
remote stuff you can do from wherever you are.
yes, so you can have clients anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
sitting anywhere in the world, right? So, provide all you need to do is to have one or two clients to show results to, and then that's what it is, So yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool chatting with you, Emmanuel, after so long.
Yes,
No, we did a live last week, I guess.
yeah, we did a live last week on my channel on Instagram.
Yeah, it was
So
cool. So, guys, this is Emmanuel, and you guys can contact him. I would link his channel, Roaming Fruits,
no,
on the description, and
no,
also the
no.
why it's your channel. It's about
So
traveling
you
and
can go to
stuff.
my Instagram
And yeah, I would also tag
what's
your
that?
Instagram.
tedarko. Yeah.
You guys can check him out, and you guys can book consultancy. He's a master of tech marketing, and he also has different experiences in different sectors, especially in digital marketing. And yeah, so this was great, and maybe we could do this next time as well on some different
Right,
topics.
sure.
Maybe we could go like like certain tools. We could we discuss certain tools to boost your.
And be more specific. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
open to that. Sure.
All right, we'll plan it out. And thanks so much for joining him.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right.
Later.
Bye bye.
Bye.